Hi, we're out on the range today, so please bear with gunfire you hear in the background. Now, recently I did a presentation where I shot a 30-30 rifle that was zeroed point of aim, point of impact at 50 yards. And I shot it at 50 yards and then at 100 so we could observe how much drop there was. Well, some viewers asked if I could do a demonstration that was similar to that except with a 9mm. So here we are. So I've got my Beretta 92FS and my Beretta CX4 Storm rifle, and we'll shoot these at 50 and then 100 yards and see how much drop there is. And the ammunition I'm going to use today is this Remington green and white box 115 grain jacketed hollow point. So we've got our zombie rat targets, and I'll go back 50 yards and I'll aim about halfway up, and I'll shoot the target on your left with the pistol and the target on your right with the rifle, and we'll see where we hit at 50. So how'd we do? Well, first of all, I shot from 35 yards, not 50. And we can see that with the pistol, pretty much point of aim, point of impact. I got one low, but that's just me. Now with the carbine, it's a little different. We still see pretty much point of aim, point of impact. This very poor group comes from my inability to focus on sights with such a short sighting plane. Kinda sad that I can shoot a pistol more accurately than I can shoot this carbine, but such is life. Now let's go to 100 yards, and group notwithstanding, let's see how much our point of impact drops. So now I've got a full-size silhouette, and I'll go back to 100 yards and shoot this with the pistol, and I'll aim center mass and see how much drop we have. So how'd we do? Well, I've got one low and one way off to the right, and that's just me. Remember, I am shooting offhand at 100 yards. But basically the group is right here, and that's a drop of about 6 inches. So, not bad. Now, we'll paste up these shot holes, go back to 100 and shoot this with the rifle and see how we do. So how'd we do? Well, here's our group right here. And I've got one flyer, but that's just me. Now, the thing is, we're trying to see how much drop we'll get at 100 yards when shooting this carbine, and if anything, we're hitting high. Well, there's a reason for that. And the reason is, with the pistol, I was aiming at the center of the target, and we saw how much drop we get. With the carbine, I forgot what I was doing, and I've spent so long with the training being aim high chest that I forgot where I intended to aim, and I was just about done firing this group before I realized that I was aiming right here. So really this represents the drop from the aim point of about here. And you can see we get a net mean drop of about 2 inches. And that tells us a couple of things. The main one being that the 9mm is not to be underestimated when firing at distances of 100 yards. Now, if you were going to take this carbine squirrel hunting or rabbit hunting, yes, you'd probably need to compensate if you're trying to hit something that far away. But shooting this type of target looks like just aim center mass and you'll be fine. This also comes with the caveat that not all 9mm ammunition is created equal. It can vary quite a bit. And today I'm using the Remington Green and White Box 115 grain jacketed hollow point. And so if you use a different gun or a different 9mm ammunition, your results might vary a little bit. So as always, don't try this at home. I'm what you call a professional, and thanks for watching the 9mm at 100 yards video.